We have it all, whereas the real New York City crime scene investigation unit has not as much of all the machines that we have. So that kind of sends an inaccurate message as well. And also the timing, you know, to get DNA, it doesn't happen in 15 seconds like on our show. It takes oftentimes weeks to actually get the proper profile. So we play with the time, and we have multiple equipment, but there's a value to that also. And I'll tell you this, a lot of the companies that make this stuff do product placement. So they place the product in our lab, and then we use it in the scene. I believe that when police departments and agencies see our show, they may see something new that they didn't realize existed, and they may figure out a way to buy it. And I know that a couple cases of that have happened when they've seen certain things that we use. They say, wow, I didn't even know that existed. I want to find that company. They call our show. We give them the company's information, and they've actually purchased the equipment. So, again, the good comes with the bad.
Yes, there is an actor on Dr. House TV show who left the series to work with Barack Obama. They killed his character, so he was going to work. If the president told you and asked you to work with him, you would leave CSI, or you prefer to do both, like you do now?
I hosted the first event that invited Kal Penn, you're talking about Kal, that invited Kal to meet the president. And right after that, or soon thereafter, the actors' strike started, and Kal decided he was going to commit a lot of time to working in Iowa, which was the first state where the caucus was going to be held for the Democratic nomination. And he really spent a great deal of time and did great things. The only thing I can say is that Kal Penn must have been much better with his money than me, because I don't see how he can afford to take the pay cut that he's taking. I could not leave CSI New York and work for the government salary because I wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage. So I'll continue to volunteer. I certainly have had an opportunity to work with the administration, but I think that all of us should stay in our lane. I think that if Kal's journey is to work in the administration, that's fantastic, and I'm proud, and I'm glad he's doing it. But for me, I feel like I can be much more effective and do the work that I do, that I'm really good at, vis-a-vis my books and recruiting volunteerism and all of that, using the platform that being on a very successful show offers. There's a wonderful platform that being on CSI New York gives me. It gives me a mouthpiece and an opportunity that anytime I want to reach millions of people with an idea or an opinion or recruit them to do something, I can get on a TV show like that and just do it. Whereas if I was simply working with the administration, I wouldn't be able to utilize that resource. And I think that what I bring, for me personally, is something that's great. Now, there may be some time down the line in the future that since I have a degree, a master's in government, and also my law degree, that I would change and get more politically engaged in a different type of way. But for right now, I enjoy doing CSI New York. This is the last year of my contract, so we'll see what happens after this year.
Hi, all, Stephen from Belgium. You compared getting a chance to be part of the CSI franchise to getting to play for the Yankees.
Yeah.
So I imagine that the bigger the desire to be in the show, the bigger the fear that it ends, that you get killed off, or your character, of course, gets killed off, or whatever. Is that true? Is there a fear?
Well, you know, I know it hasn't played here yet, so I guess I can say that. The last scene in this past season, which was season 5, the very last scene of the whole season, we're all sitting in a bar, and a car drives up, takes out an AK-47, and sprays the entire bar. Everybody hits the deck, and you don't know who lives or dies. And the industry's changing, I'll be very honest. Advertising revenues have been affected. people get calls to adjust salaries, and what shooting a scene like that leaves open for the network and the production company to decide is they can get rid of an actor. So, of course, those are real fears that you have, but also I think that you have to approach it from a sense of confidence and understanding that if you're good and the audience likes you, then there'll be another show for you or another movie. This is the last year of my. I know for a fact that I'm not. I didn't die in that little bar scene.
We're relieved.
Yes, I'm sure you are. But this is the last year of my contract. Okay, my 6th year. I don't know what's going to happen after this. Would I want to stay on the show? Absolutely, without question. However, there may be an opportunity for another show comes up that is more interesting for me as an artist. It could be my own show and not an ensemble show. Then perhaps I would do that. So I think that as an actor, you have to keep what I call your swagger. Because if you lose your confidence and think that the only chance you have is on the job you have right now, then you will have given away your confidence in your career. Because I believe that my fans want to see me no matter what I'm doing. And I believe there's a show for me that is, whether I'm on CSI New York or not, which I love, but if I'm not, I'm not. And you're right, the CSI franchise is the most successful franchise in the history of television. But the primary beneficiary of that, let's be quite clear, is Jerry Bruckheimer, not Phil Harper, right? So Law and Order, the primary beneficiary of that success is Dick Wolf, not the actors that he's gotten rid of over the years, right? Because they wanted more money. Benjamin Bratt. You can go through, there's 20 actors that they've let go of Law and Order over the 20 years. And so actors have to remember their value, and we can't let the industry make us fearful about losing a job or getting shot or fired, because we have to remember that no matter what you do, unless we really do a great job, there's not going to be great television.
Hi. Your third book, The Conversation, will be published next fall.
Yes,
And
I know that.
I read an interview where you talk about
That's
it.
good.
And I wanted to know what will it be about.
Okay, my third book, The Conversation, is going to be published September 8th in the fall. And it is a book about relationships. And I've written it from a single man's perspective. And it's about men and women figuring it out and coming together in terms of relationships. And I'm excited about it. I think I'm going to get in a little trouble, but it's okay, because the whole idea of the book is having a conversation. I really think that men and women aren't, at least in the United States, I don't know what's happening in Europe, but men and women in the U.S. aren't communicating. And the book focuses on the idea of how we can communicate, how we can build more effective partnerships and have more effective relationships. So I'm excited about it.
Hi again.
Hi.
So do you even imagine in 15 years your character in CSI New York?
In 15 years?
Yes.
No.
No, okay.
Dr. Hawks will be dead by then. Or he will have moved on to something else, I think. The thing is that I think that the industry is changing. I don't think you're going to see shows last. You know, the Law and Order and these long-running shows, they're the last of their kind.